Hey everybody, welcome back to the Minecraft survival experience. And as you can see, is living up to its name. How's everyone doing today? Hope you all are having a fantastic day today. I am down here doing some caving. We may actually do some caving today. That's 3 creepers in a row. Okay. We may actually do some caving today's episode. Today's episode is going to be a pretty talky episode. I have a few things I want to talk about. Most notably, some of the big updates to the game, changes, and things that have gone on recently that I hinted on in my update video, but I didn't really have the, time, or I didn't really want to really explain them until now. So, a lot of today's episode, the biggest part of today's episode, that is going to be talking about Minecon Earth and the new update. Spoiler alert, this episode will have a lot of spoilers for things coming in the future. Things like just updates coming in the future. So if you guys don't want to know about I don't know why you wouldn't want to know, but if you don't want to know about future updates, if you want to keep that a secret for yourself, I won't be offended if you don't want to watch today's video. I totally understand it. I totally support your decision. So if that is a thing that is on your mind, then that's fine. You don't have to watch today's video, because today's video is going to be a lot of path making. I want to work on the pathways outside of oh, is it this way? Yeah, it's this way. This way's to the surface. Ooh, it's nighttime. Today's going to be mainly path making. I want to make a path. I want to start on the paths from the village to the mining outpost and things like that. And I also want to go ahead and talk about Minecon Earth, my thoughts on it, the new updates, things like that. So hopefully you guys are pretty excited. I haven't really had a whole lot of time since last episode, so I haven't really done anything, sadly. That's just kind of how things have worked, sadly. So it is what it is. I have a lot of things to do, so let me go ahead, guys, and head back to the main base area, spawn area, and we'll get started with the talk of today's episode. It's so creepy out here. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. Am I going the right way? Yes, I am. So I tried out a few suggestions from you guys since last episode. We're not going into the Minecon topic just yet. This is sort of a side note. I'm trying out this house design. One of the suggestions I got was to have a birch trim on the top. So I tried that out. It really does mesh well with the spruce on top and with the build as a whole. And also, since I figured, I don't know if stone brick really fits in with this sort of pathway, I tried adding some bricks here. And on the sides, obviously, we'll have some stairs right there. That's not bad. It's actually not bad. I don't like this brick face right here. It's too plain. If I could add some stairs, I don't have the bricks on me to make any stairs, but if I could add some stairs, maybe that would work out pretty well. What do you guys think, though? Let me know down in the comments. I feel like the brick is a little out of place, but if we go over here, all right, go over here. I do like this house design, but the issue is it doesn't really blend well with the pathway, and I kind of like using birch. I don't know why, but a lot of people just don't like birch, and I don't get it. Birch is one of those blocks that I always go to. I think it looks really good. I honestly do think it looks really good. So I don't know. Let me know. I like the birch a bit. It stands out quite a bit, but I think that it may actually work a lot better as a color contrast instead of stone brick. I think it may, or we might just mix and match them, to be honest. That may work out a lot better. And actually standing up here, that brick down there doesn't look that bad. I'll have to play with some things and add something else to the base, because I don't think stone brick's going to work out the way I want it to. I think that we're going to have to replace some stuff down there, but that is for another day, or we may do that later in today's episode. I just wanted to go ahead and show you guys what I've been up to on that front. Before we go ahead and head on into the talks, let me go ahead, guys, and gather some more materials. I actually need to look at the pathway design and see what I actually did for that. And gather some more, like, stone and stuff. I have some stone here that I can smelt. No, I can make stuff out of. I'm probably making the cracked stone bricks. So let me go ahead, guys, and get some more materials together, and then we'll get started with today's talk. Better yet, you can also comment down below if you have any other suggestions, or if you have an opinion about the house over there. I'll put a poll up in the top right hand corner. That was one of the suggestions I got from last episode, I believe. First, that someone said, hey White, use polls instead of the other way around. So that was a great idea. I'll probably go ahead and use that then. But yeah, we're gonna get started on the pathway. What I'm gonna try using the pathway that we used for, oh, this is gonna be cleared out, that we were gonna use for the village. I'm gonna try using that and kind of expand from there, because I feel like that's probably the best way to do this. That's not gonna work out too well. Oh boy. Okay, trying to get stairs done because this is probably the easiest to get done right now. But yeah, Minecon and the new updates. So like I said, spoiler alert, if you guys have not seen Minecon, the Minecon for this year, I highly suggest going over to the Mojang channel, as I said in my channel update, and going ahead and watching that stuff, because a lot of useful information came out of it, and a lot of sneak peeks for the future. So Minecon in general was something that I personally never really cared for. It's always been this sort of really cringy show, and this year was no different. This year it was especially cringy, as it's sort of become over the years. So I'm one of the people who says that the Minecon this year wasn't great. I like the idea though that they had for the Minecon. That to me is probably the best thing that they could have come up with, because they realize, and I think a lot of people realize, oh, this is actually gonna have to be moved. We actually don't need you. A lot of people realize that the majority of the people who watch Minecon don't actually go to the convention. They simply watch it at home because they can't make it. So it does make sense. We actually have to remove this. We probably want to fill this in. I'm thinking that we're gonna have to raise this up and just block this across, most likely. It makes the most sense, I guess. So we'll just do that, and then this will have to, I'm not sure what to do with that yet, but we'll deal with that in a second. But yeah, Minecon in general was pretty cringy. They always have their little shows and things. I don't particularly care for them, to be honest. That's not why I'm at Minecon. I always just wait until the actual like feature updates and things like that, before I usually just skip through it. That's what I did this year. I couldn't make it live, so I just kind of skipped until I saw where Jeb was talking about the new updates, and that's what I was sort of there for anyway. So that's just sort of what I did. But yeah, as for updates, this is sort of what's going to be happening. So they discussed a lot about 1.14, and I want to give you guys my reaction as to what's happening and whether or not I think it's a good thing or not. So what's happening is that in 1.14, they will be releasing what is known as the Aquatic update. Essentially, they're adding a lot of stuff to the oceans. That, to me, is exactly what this game needs. We haven't had any content in the oceans for a long time. At least it feels like. Ever since Guardians, we haven't really had that much. And so to see them starting to add more stuff to the oceans really makes me happy. Now, there are a few things I still want. I still would love to see some like sharks, or what else is there? There's a lot of different things that I would love to see. Sharks is probably the main thing. Turtles would be another thing I would love to sort of look into. That's one of the suggestions I saw, and I really like the idea of having turtles in the game. It would make a lot of sense as well, which I think is super crucial for this game. So that's something that I would love to see. But regardless, a lot of cool things coming out of it. The Trident. So if you guys don't know, they're introducing a ton of new features in 1.13. Specifically, the one I'm the most excited about is, what was I the most excited about? I think the Trident is going to be an awesome feature. If you guys don't know, the Trident essentially is going to be a sort of I kind of think of it as a spear. It's going to be found underwater. maybe found underwater. I don't think they've really said yet how it's gonna be found or how it's gonna be implemented, because they don't know the specifics just yet. But yeah, the trident is going to be a huge thing. They showed it being used in an ocean monument. I think that's a really cool idea, and I really like that. That's looking pretty good. That's looking real good. I like this pathway. And I think the trident's going to have a lot of good uses. They're changing water mechanics, water physics, which some people are up in arms about. They really don't like it. I say let's just wait. Let's wait until Mojang's actually sort of implemented these features or started to use them and show us sort of how things are going to work with them before we really have an opinion about it. It makes sense. One of the features that they showed is that water is now going to be able to go through fences, which honestly, it makes a lot of sense. I was always surprised that they didn't have that feature to begin with, so I honestly don't mind it. I think it's gonna be okay. And yeah, things like that. Oh, the one thing I was really excited about was sunken ships. So now actually gonna have sunken ships in the game, which is super awesome. They're also gonna add like coral and like I think it's seaweed or something similar to that. They're gonna be adding a lot of stuff. They're gonna be adding a lot of stuff. So I want to know your guys' reactions down in the comment section below. One of the things that I've been stressing on my Discord server a little bit, which if you guys don't know, I have a Discord server. Link is down in the description below. One thing I've been stressing is not to overreact. One thing people absolutely love to do in these updates is overreact to everything that could possibly happen. People love to sort of hate on the developers at first and don't really give the developers the time that they need to showcase what can actually happen with these updates. So if there's anything I want to stress to you guys enough, it's sort of keep in mind that these things are still a work in progress. 1.13 is going to be what's up next. All this update stuff isn't even for the next update. It's for the update after that. So keep that in mind as you make your opinions about the different things regarding Minecon and the new updates coming out. And I think one of the best things to do is not completely hate on the developers. Give them time to sort of work things out, and who knows what could happen. One thing I also want to discuss, this isn't necessarily Minecon related, but this is Mojang related. Maybe considered drama, but I think it's pretty important to go ahead and talk about this. On the Minecraft subreddit, if you guys don't know, there's a thing called Reddit, and there's a Minecraft subreddit. I'm a part of it. It's a pretty interesting place, I'd say. Is it the greatest place in the world? No, but it is a pretty interesting place. So I go on there occasionally and kind of interact with the community over there, say hi, see what's up, you know, all that kind of stuff. One of the things I saw recently, I actually just saw it today, that has me a bit, not flustered, but a bit disappointed. So there's a thing called flares on the Minecraft subreddit, where essentially, if you're part of the subreddit, you can have a certain badge or a certain, you know, like thing beside your name to kind of display who you are. In the case of Mojang developers, a lot of times they have the Mojang symbol beside them, so that people know that they are a staff employee of Mojang, and that's, you know, if you have any questions directed to them, they are actual official representatives of the company itself. One of the things that was discussed very recently was by one of the employees by the name of Mark. He's a longtime OG, you know, employee, one of the longtime developers of the game. A lot of people know him. A lot of people actually do love him. But he talked about how he sort of contacted he was one of the people who helped to contact the Minecraft subreddit moderators, because obviously Mojang doesn't have the time to sort of moderate that themselves, so they have other people moderate it. It's fan moderated. It's not like it's the team itself that gets to moderate it. And he was saying that he basically contacted the moderators and said, hey, is there any way that we can get have all those working on Minecraft, not just those in Mojang, but also those who work on, you know, Bedrock edition and all these other editions. If we could all have one sort of unifying one unifying tag to say, hey, I work on the game, sort of thing. And the moderators said no, which I can understand. I understand that it's sort of, if you want to sort of designate those who actually work on the actual game, I guess, or those who actually work on the Java edition, those who work on the Bedrock edition, you kind of want to differentiate them in some way so that you know sort of who to contact or whatever. Funny thing is, I was told that apparently there are a lot of people who work on both editions. They just kind of mix and match back and forth, which was interesting. I actually had never heard of that, so that to me was a big surprise. But yeah, the moderators said no, and then Mark basically went to Twitter and talked about it, how this has happened. The moderator said no, it is what it is, sort of thing. And there was a lot of discussion regarding it. A lot of people who said, "Oh yeah, it makes sense. Don't give those who develop Minecraft who aren't part of Mojang. Don't bring all those people together because, you know, those who are developing the Bedrock edition aren't real OGs and they don't really, you know, they don't really, I wouldn't say that they really matter, but they're not real developers. You know, they're just money hungry Microsoft employees. You know, they don't really matter. It's okay." And I was a bit taken aback by that. I know Microsoft ever since its acquisition of Minecraft has been seen as doing things for the money. And to be honest, that's been pretty true over the years. With a lot of the updates that they've had, I have personally also sort of said that and taken notice of that a lot of what they do is meant to make money. I mean, it makes sense that they want to make money off the game, but it seemed a bit extreme for a lot of the things that I saw. So it's understandable, but what hit me the most was how much the developers were attacked. How essentially, if you weren't working on the Java edition, if you weren't an OG, you didn't matter, is what it seemed like. And that hit me quite a bit. I commented on that sort of post saying, I don't think this is right. You know, I did lay into a lot of people. I did do that, saying that it's sad that this is what the Minecraft community has come to, but it's always kind of been this way. That those who aren't OG developers are seen as subpar developers. And that to me is not right. That to me is not what this community should be about. Like it or not, Bedrock Edition's sort of where the future is in a lot of ways. Java Edition, I love Java Edition, and I will continue to play Java Edition. Do not get me wrong. I absolutely love this edition of the game, and I think that for the most part, this is where Microsoft, the money-hungry sort of side of Microsoft that everyone sees, can't really touch the game on Java Edition because there's such a large community here of honestly some incredible people, incredible innovators. Ilmango is who comes to mind. Just some incredible people innovate in this game, especially the Java Edition of the game, that's available on Mac, Linux, all that stuff for your computer. To me, that there are a lot of just incredible modders and developers that work on this game. So don't get me wrong, I appreciate that, but people also need to realize, in my opinion, that there are a lot of really good developers out there who do not work on Java Edition. And yes, just because someone works for Microsoft does not mean that they are a terrible individual. It does not mean that they are just the worst human being in the world, and that they deserve to be sort of considered as a subpar developer simply because they work on the Bedrock edition and they don't work as a part of Mojang on the actual Java edition. So that's something that I kind of wanted to bring up. kind of ties in with Minecon and something I saw recently. Because I just didn't feel it was right. Like I said, I posted on Reddit about it. I commented on the... I'm not going to link the actual post. For all I know, it might be taken down by now or something. I don't know. But it's something that I saw, and I didn't really necessarily... I didn't agree with it at all. Some of the things that were being said. So that's also a message to you guys. Keep an open mind about developers. As someone in the sort of... I guess coding business, I sort of understand. I totally understand where people are coming from. They're not happy with a lot of things that are going on. Now, of course, the Aquatic update, like I've been saying, has been vastly. People love it. Essentially, people absolutely love it, and that to me is something really awesome to see. Something that the developers should definitely be proud of. The Aquatic update is going to be pretty awesome. A lot of people enjoy it. I enjoy it, and I think it's going to work out pretty well in the end. Yeah, just something to keep in mind moving forward. Think about... Just keep in mind that things can be changed. Don't overreact to things. A few things that I really like about the Aquatic update, I don't think I really mentioned. Dolphins are going to be awesome. Apparently, dolphins you can use to help find the sunken treasure and stuff like that, which is going to be awesome. It's going to be super, super cool. I'm really excited for that. Oh, I didn't add mossy stone. We can add some mossy stone around here. Yeah, just a lot of things like that are gonna be pretty cool. Things like, oh, what else? I'm trying to think of what else there was. There's a lot of different things that are going to be added, so I'm gonna be missing some stuff. Almost for certain, I'll be missing some stuff. But just a lot of cool things that I think are really gonna add a lot to the game are coming in 1.14. Obviously, 1.13, that's not gonna happen. 1.13 is just an update where they're developing the back end of things. Ooh, slabs and stairs, another big thing. Slabs and stairs have been confirmed as coming, at least slabs. After 1.13, that is something that has been confirmed to be coming, so get excited for that. Finally, we're gonna get some more slabs and stairs, and it's gonna be really awesome. I'm really happy that they've decided to definitely go through with that, and that's really gonna help out it's definitely gonna take a bit of edge, because a lot of times people look at Mojang and said, why aren't you developing slabs and stairs? Why aren't you developing slabs and stairs? We've waited 3 years for this or something, you know? Stuff that rightfully so that has been waited for is finally going to be coming out very soon, hopefully, in 1.14. No idea. They didn't even announce when 1.14 is going to be out. I think they said within the next year, so it could be a while. But the biggest thing to do is to stay patient. Realizing that we get updates for free, which is something that a lot of games don't get. A lot of games do not get updates for free, and that's something to take into account. How, I won't say special, how awesome it is to have some of the developers that we have, and to have the game that we have, and to have the sort of tradition that was first established by Notch of having these free updates. I think it's going to look pretty good in the end, and I'm very excited for a lot of what's to come. How is this pathway looking? It's looking all right. I think it needs to go through a lot of changes. We need to add some more grass to it. It's looking too full. This one over here is not looking too bad. This one over here is not too bad. I really like this staircase right here. I think that this turned out pretty well. I'm liking how that turned out. A lot of these things, I'm really liking how they turned out. But yeah, the main takeaway from today's video, guys, just keep an open mind about things, not only in, you know, game development, but also just in life. Keep an open mind about some things. It'll serve you pretty well in the future. It certainly has served me well, keeping an open mind about different things people do, or different life things in general. It's pretty important to understand and to not judge too quickly. That can lead you down a very slippery slope and is not good for future endeavors. So Just something to keep in mind as we move forward through this game, move forward through a lot of things in life and whatnot. Why is this like this? What did I do here? This needs to go up one, I suppose. Like that. This all sort of needs to be reworked, to be honest. It looks a bit interesting. Yeah, this sort of side doesn't look great. We'll have to rework that. Some torches around here. But yeah, this pathway is coming along pretty nice. That is actually going to wrap things up for the episode for today, guys. Bit of a rambly. Not the greatest of episodes, but I still wanted to get this out on Monday. And I don't have a lot of time right now to sort of record currently. I'll be streaming later on. When this video is released, I'll be streaming probably... I'll either have streamed before this episode or after this episode. I haven't decided yet what I'm going to be doing. But either before or after this episode, I will have streamed. So head on over to twitch.tv. If you guys... twitch.tv/WhiteFyr. If you guys are interested in seeing streams from me, link is down in the description. Also, like I said before, Discord is down in the description and whatnot. So if you're interested in interacting with the rest of the community that is around this channel, I highly suggest heading down there to the comments below, or to the comments, the description, and joining the Discord server. This part is actually being recorded after the launch of the Discord, and we already have over, I think it's like 20 or 30 people. We have far exceeded what I expected already, which is pretty cool. So thank you all. If you're watching this and you're already in the Discord, thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate all the feedback, all the support, all the just interacting on Discord. It's gonna be an awesome Discord. I think we're gonna talk a lot about Minecraft. We're gonna talk a lot about real life, in certain instances. We're gonna talk about a lot about some really cool things, and I plan to do a lot of things over in that Discord as well. So if you are interested, I highly, highly, highly recommend joining the Discord, at least for a bit, seeing what it's like. If you don't like it, that's okay. You don't have to be a part of it, but if you do like it, all the better. And I hope that you guys join me over there pretty soon. But yeah, let me go ahead and get today's comment together, guys. That is going to do it for today's episode. Just need a comment for today, and then we'll end things off. The pathway, I am liking this pathway. I'm liking how this is going, and we'll probably continue to work on this very, very soon. But yeah, guys, let me go ahead and get the comment, like I said, and then we'll end off today's episode. I just dropped the book. That's a great start. All right, everyone, I have today's comment. And it's a pretty simple comment, and it's something that I facepalmed after I finished last episode. Today's comment is from a user by the name of David Brett, who said, "You could name the boots flippers. How in the world did I not think of that? Swimmers? Who says swimmers? Who says that?" But yeah, I think I got another comment like that. I couldn't find the other comment for some reason, but I'm pretty sure I got another comment that also said that. So just for the sake, so that I don't forget, it's going to cost a little bit extra. Flippers. It just makes so much more sense. I have no idea what's wrong with me. I'm sure I was just having an off day or something, like most days, but it's okay. It all worked out. It's okay. All right, guys, that's going to do it for today's episode. Thank you all so much for watching. I do hope you guys still enjoyed today's talk and took something away from it. I kind of feel like today was sort of a lackluster episode. I'm not too happy about that, but I think moving forward, that's going to hopefully change. I have some ideas for other things. Next episode, we will actually, hopefully, be fighting the Ender Dragon. If not, it'll be the episode after that. Just need to get a lot of things together. I really want to fight that dragon. I really want to Elytra. I really want to get all that stuff taken care of now, so we can start flying around, making farms and making houses and pathways and just getting a lot of stuff done. Streaming is going to help with that. Videos are going to help with that. Uploading more often would help with that. As a lot of you guys know, I haven't had the most amount of time to upload, but I can do better. I'm sure I can do better, and that's what I hope to do coming forward. I also got a comment about this well, by the way. I will be redoing that. I'll be redoing everything in this village. Don't worry, guys. I will be redoing everything in this village. Pathways, houses, wells, farms, all that stuff. It's just going to take a little bit, probably. I'm not the most I don't know. I don't do things very quickly in this world. So it's going to take a little bit of time, but I thank you all for all your suggestions, and I will be starting to write them down. As I've kind of mentioned to a few people, I will be writing them down. I think I'm going to get an actual paper copy notebook. I like the idea of just having your own ideas notebook. Not online, but in paper. And just a small notebook just to write a few things down. I'll probably be getting one of those and just sort of write all my ideas down there. So that's definitely something that I'll be doing, and that's something I want to do for this world. This is sort of my world now. This is the world I want to be in, and this is the world I want to work on for a very long time. So look forward to that. But guys, enough rambling for today. Today's been basically all rambling, and it's time to end the rambling with the end of today's episode. So hopefully you all enjoyed today's episode. If you did enjoy the video, go ahead, smash that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel if you're new and are not already subscribed. Anyways, guys, take care, and I'll see you later.